Did you know that in the 18th century, fashionable hats were sometimes deadly? Let me tell you about the toxic tale of mercury poisoning. Back in the day, hat makers used mercury to turn fur into felt. This process released toxic fumes, leading to the phrase "mad as a hatter." The poor hat makers suffered from tremors, hallucinations, and even death, all in the name of high fashion. Welcome to Ordinary Things Explained, where we uncover the surprising, amusing, and sometimes dark history of the everyday items we take for granted. Today we're tipping our hats to the history of, well, hats. Hats, my friends, have been around for ages. From crowns to caps and bonnets to bowlers, let's uncover the secrets and fun trivia about these stylish head toppers. Hats have been around since ancient times, with the first known depiction dating back to a painting in a Theban tomb from around 3200 BC. Egyptians wore simple straw hats to protect themselves from the sun, while nobles donned elaborate headdresses adorned with feathers and jewels. Hats not only provided protection, but also symbolized status and power. Imagine walking through the bustling streets of ancient Thebes, the sun beating down, and seeing the contrast between a laborer's humble straw hat and a noble's majestic headdress. Fast forward a few centuries and let's talk about the top hat. Picture this. 1797 London streets, a man named John Hetherington strolls by sporting a tall, shiny top hat. The reaction? Chaos. Women fainted, dogs barked, children cried. You'd think he'd just landed from Mars. Turns out the top hat was a radical fashion statement back then. It challenged the norm, shook things up, and paved the way for centuries of hat-related drama. Thank you, Mr. Hetherington, for the iconic headwear and the public freakouts. Next up, the bowler hat. This iconic dome-shaped hat started as a practical choice for British workers in the 1800s. Durable and no-nonsense, it protected their heads from falling debris. But hold on, the bowler's story doesn't end there. This humble hat became a symbol of rebellion, adopted by everyone from artists to activists. It's proof that even the most practical headwear can become a fashion statement with a little attitude. Plague Doctor Chick, when fashion nearly killed. Now let's talk about a hat with a slightly darker history. The Plague Doctor's hat. This creepy hat is accompanied by a bird-like mask was worn by doctors treating plague patients in the 17th century. While it might seem like something out of a horror movie, it was designed to protect doctors from the bad air believed to spread the disease. Medical knowledge was limited, and the understanding of disease transmission was rudimentary at best. Doctors believed that the plague was spread through miasma, or bad air. The Plague Doctor's hat, with its long beak, was an attempt to filter out this bad air. The herbs and spices inside the beak were thought to purify the air and protect the wearer from the deadly disease. Plague doctors would often be seen walking through the streets, their eerie masks and long robes making them a terrifying sight. Despite their best efforts, the plague continued to spread and the death toll rose. The hat, while iconic, was ultimately ineffective in preventing the spread of the disease. The Plague Doctor's hat serves as a reminder of the lengths people will go to in the face of fear and uncertainty. It's important to remember the context in which it was used. It was a time of desperation, and people were doing the best they could with the knowledge they had. In the end, the Plague Doctor's mask is a powerful symbol of a time when fashion and function collided in a desperate attempt to combat one of history's deadliest diseases. From feminine flair to gangster glamour, the fedora's story. Get ready for a plot twist. The fedora, that iconic hat we associate with gangsters and detectives, was originally designed for women. Introduced in the late 19th century, it was a stylish and daring choice for women pushing boundaries. But by the 1920s, men had adopted the fedora, and it became a symbol of mystery, rebellion, and Hollywood glamour. From Humphrey Bogart to Indiana Jones, the fedora has graced the heads of countless icons, cementing its place in pop culture history. Fascinators. When less is more, confusing. And then there's the fascinator, that small, often elaborate headpiece that seems to defy gravity. Originating in the early 20th century, fascinators were initially simple hair decorations. But over time, they've evolved into elaborate creations featuring feathers, flowers, and even miniature sculptures. Love them or hate them, fascinators are a statement piece, adding a touch of whimsy and intrigue to any outfit. Just try not to get yours stuck in a car door. Napoleon Bonaparte's hat is one of the most iconic pieces of headwear in history. Known for its distinctive bicorne shape, it was a symbol of his military prowess and leadership. The hat was often worn sideways with the front and back facing his shoulders, making him easily recognizable on the battlefield. This unique style not only set him apart but also became a part of his legendary image. The bicorne wasn't just a fashion statement, it was a strategic tool. By wearing it in this manner, Napoleon ensured that his soldiers could easily spot him amidst the chaos of battle. This visibility was crucial for maintaining morale and command. The hat's design, with its broad brim and high crown, also offered some protection against the elements, a practical feature for a leader who often led his troops into harsh conditions. But the bicorne's significance goes beyond the battlefield. It has become a symbol of Napoleonic ambition and the sweeping changes he brought to Europe. Museums and collectors around the world covet original bicornes, and replicas are popular among history enthusiasts. From paintings to statues, Napoleon is rarely depicted without his iconic hat. Whether you view him as a hero or a tyrant, there's no denying the impact of Napoleon's bicorne on history and popular culture. From baseball diamonds to global domination, the baseball cap. Let's talk about a true American icon, the baseball cap. This simple yet stylish piece of headwear has a rich history and an enduring legacy that has made it a staple in wardrobes around the world. Born on the baseball diamond in the late 19th century, this practical cap with its curved brim was designed to keep the sun out of players' eyes. It was first worn by the Brooklyn Excelsiors in 1860, and its design has evolved over the years to become the cap we know today. But it wasn't long before the baseball cap transcended its athletic origins and became a global fashion staple. From the streets of New York to the markets of Tokyo, the baseball cap is a symbol of casual, cool, and effortless style. From hip-hop stars to Hollywood celebrities, everyone rocks a baseball cap these days. It's not just a piece of sports equipment, it's a cultural phenomenon. Icons like Jay-Z, Rihanna, and even Brad Pitt have been spotted sporting this versatile accessory. It's comfortable, versatile, and let's be honest, it hides a bad hair day like no other. Whether you're heading to a game, running errands, or just hanging out with friends, a baseball cap is the perfect go-to accessory. It comes in countless styles, colors, and designs, allowing individuals to express their unique personalities. Some prefer the classic snapback, while others opt for the fitted cap. The baseball cap is truly a universal accessory. People of all ages and backgrounds wear it, from children to seniors. In the end, the baseball cap is more than just a piece of headwear. It's a symbol of unity, individuality, and timeless style. Santa Claus's hat is one of the most iconic pieces of headwear in history. The origins of Santa's hat can be traced back to the traditional attire of St. Nicholas, a 4th century bishop known for his generosity and gift-giving. St. Nicholas was often depicted wearing a bishop's mitre, a tall pointed hat that signified his religious status. Over time, the bishop's mitre was replaced by the more familiar red hat with white trim, which we now associate with Santa Claus. This transformation was heavily influenced by popular culture, particularly the illustrations of Thomas Nast, a 19th century cartoonist, who played a significant role in shaping the modern image of Santa Claus. These images resonated with the public and became the standard representation of Santa Claus in the United States. The red and white hat continued to gain popularity throughout the 20th century, thanks in part to Coca-Cola's iconic holiday advertisements. Today, Santa's hat symbolizes the spirit of giving, joy, and togetherness that defines the holiday season. Whether it's worn by a mall Santa, featured in holiday movies, or perched atop a snowman's head, her red and white hat is a beloved emblem of Christmas cheer. Different hats around the globe. From the iconic sombrero of Mexico, known for its wide brim and high-pointed crown, to the elegant beret of France, a symbol of artistic flair. We also have the traditional conical hat of Vietnam called the non la, which is both practical and stylish. The Japanese casa, a wide-brimmed hat made from bamboo or straw, is perfect for protection against the sun and rain. In Russia, the ushanka, a fur hat with ear flaps, is essential for the cold winters. And let's not forget the fez from Morocco, a red felt hat with a tassel, often associated with cultural and religious significance. The Scottish tam o' shanter, a woolen bonnet, is a symbol of Scottish heritage. Each of these hats tells a unique story about the culture and history of its region. So, the next time you see a hat, remember that it's not just headwear, it's a piece of cultural history. And there you have it, folks, the captivating history of hats, filled with style, status, and a touch of danger. Whether you're a fan of the sophisticated top hat, her rebellious bowler, or the casual baseball cap, there's a hat for everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay tuned for more intriguing episodes of Ordinary Things Explained. Thanks for watching, and remember, every hat has a story. Get ready to sing your hearts out as we are going to talk about karaoke in the next episode. Start those vocal warm-ups, stay tuned.